essentially the idea, I'm familiar with this idea, which is that Plato basically said that we're all sitting in this cave in reality, and we're looking at things in the world which are really just shadows on a wall, and there's people sort of manipulating things in the background to cast those shadows on the wall and to keep us hypnotized. And this is actually quite pertinent. I mean, in the modern world, we almost have this literally exactly happening with social media and with TV, is that there's the wall and there's the images on the wall, and we all sit and hypnotized by that, right? So his analogy to people was to reach sort of enlightenment or intellectual understanding. They needed to understand that they were looking at these shadows on the wall, and they needed to get escape out of the cave and out of this fire, which was this kind of fake light that was creating the shadows, and get above ground to where there was real light and they could see the real world and not be hypnotized by these shadows. So that's, you need to have a very high understanding of this philosophical concept to get this meme. But I did know a bit about that, so I thought it was funny. So in the meme, it is this picture of the people sitting in the cave watching the shadows, and then some of them escaping out to the light. And the meme is that the people sitting in the cave are called bag holders, and they're watching the shadows on the wall, which is the price. And then the people who are manipulating the shadows are maximalists, and the label on the little tools they're using to make the shadow is stock to flow ratio. The fire that is casting the light is store of value, and the people climbing out of the cave and coming up to see the sky above is peer-to-peer electronic cash. And this it's honestly a very clever meme. Like, it does perfectly match Plato's analogy, which is that all these BTC maximalists that we've talked about, they're obsessed with the price, and they have this stock to flow ratio, and they think, therefore we're understanding, and the store of value is their kind of reasoning, just like the fire here is projecting the light, and they think that's the truth, but really it's just sort of a mirage, because kind of we didn't really get into all the details, but like we were talking about with BCH versus XRG, you need to have that medium of exchange element. We definitely both agree on that is the primary thing. If you can't send it and spend it to people, then there's no point. Like, you can have a rock, and if you just put it in your room, it's not going to get more valuable. The value comes from the fact that everybody else wants to trade it, right? That is the fundamental concept. That's why Satoshi put the Bitcoin peer-to-peer electronic cash system in the white paper title.